Hey everyone, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am building a medium to smallish size family home that is very cluttered, a bit run down, well loved, and has just been in the family for a really long time and a little bit outdated. I thought this was a really fun idea. I love building houses that are outdated, run down, a little bit like disheveled over time. I think things like that are so much fun to make in The Sims, especially because it's a little bit more of a challenge because everything is just like so perfect and pristine in the game. So adding some cracks and tears, trying to use some older pieces, and some of like the tiles and wallpapers and stuff that are a little bit outdated is always a bit of fun. So that is what I'm going to be working on here today. I had imagined that this was a home that belonged to one or two grandparents who are raising their grandchildren. So I have it a little bit more grandma focused or grandpa. I haven't really decided which one or if both are here. And then there is a bedroom for a child and a toddler who are sharing it. And you might recognize part of this build if you follow me over on Twitch. I did start this a couple of weeks ago over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi, and I just recently finished it, and I really like how this came out, so I definitely wanted to share it here with you all because I think it's a really fun one, and I'm just really proud of it, so I hope you like it. If you do and you'd like to download this build, I will make sure to upload it and have it available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find me under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find me under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. Right now, I am just sort of cluttering up the front yard. I wanted there to be some overgrown grass and just like stuff around, lots of trees. Like this home, it's a little bit harder to keep up with over time. There's been things that weren't as maintained, but it's, like I said, a very well-loved home, a very lived-in home, and I think that is just such a fun idea. I know I already said that, but I think it's a pretty realistic one. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything, and I often build a lot of homes that are like a little bit too perfect, so this one was really, really fun to do. I also love that it's a yellow house. It's like really bright. It's got these beautiful windows. We have some nice flower boxes and then a lot of overgrown landscaping, but I love landscaping, so that was really fun to do. We have a variety of flowers, mostly greenery, and a few trees around the space as well. I think it looks pretty realistic. I like the driveway and the like little carport area I made. I'm still really hoping we someday get cars in The Sims 4, like functioning cars. I know we have like these decorative ones I placed from Debug. I have one from base game, one from Get Together, and then the one in the driveway is from Cottage Living. I just thought they looked nice. There's a lot of cars here, and maybe they acquired them over the years. Maybe the children's parents' cars are here, or maybe, you know, over time, the grandparents bought other cars. There's a lot of reasons you'd have multiples, but I think it looks nice. There's a bike out here. You can see the plants are a little bit overgrown and like growing over the sidewalk area. And I also really enjoyed the flamingo that's out on the front area in the greenery space. For some reason, those flamingos always remind me of grandparents, and that was something that I believe chat had suggested when I was working on this over on Twitch. Speaking of which, I haven't been streaming as much lately because of the holidays and like mental health and all of that. But I'm hoping to have a new schedule with it in the new year. Happy almost 2022, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's wild to me that we are almost at the end of the year. But I'm hoping to have a new schedule that will include some streams earlier in the day, which I think will be better for me, but also better for some of y'all that are in other parts of the world that don't get the opportunity to make it to streams currently with the time that I have them at. But I will be like narrowing that down and figuring it out and testing out some new times in January. Make sure you keep an eye on both my Twitter and my Discord server, which are both linked in the like description down below. I'm sure there will be some more updates there on future stream times if you're interested in joining us. Anyway, as you can see, I had actually done the floor plan for this as I was building the house because I had an idea of what I wanted it to be. So this is going to be the kitchen area. I end up using these like rundown countertops from City Living. They're like the base game ones, but they're a little bit more old. I really wish they would update those though, because we ended up getting a swatch update to the base game version, but since those ones are from City Living, they only have the original swatches, so maybe someday they'll open them. But anyway, in the backyard here, I had a lot of fun picking out some of the items. So we have a kiddie pool, we have a place to hang up laundry, I even put a tent out here, maybe the kids like to camp in the backyard. We have a thing to throw some water balloons, there's lots of plants, and I just really like how this backyard came out. It's a little bit structured, but you can see it's a little bit overgrown as well, a little bit messy. And I just thought that was realistic and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, you'll see a couple more things being added back here. I also really love adding these, what do you call them, awnings? These little like decorative pieces over the windows that look like a little roof. I always feel like they add such detail to a build. I really enjoy them. And then I'm just getting a couple more of these little stone slabs out the back that I used in the front from Debug. And we're going to put a table over here for your Sims to go ahead and eat at. I have a barbecue out here as well. So your Sims can, do some eating outside and getting some terrain paint. I think that's pretty much it for the backyard. There'll be a couple more plants and decorations, but generally speaking, that's it. We also have a trash can out here, although I think I move it a little bit later to be in the carport instead. And then I have a decorative, gardening table. I think that one's from Cottage Living. No, it's not. That one is from, I believe that one is from the Blooming Rooms kit. Anyway, inside again, now I am changing out some of the tile and adding some fireplaces. There's actually 2 in here. They are around the same chimney space. One is in the living room and one is in the primary bedroom, which I was thinking was the grandparents' bedroom. And these tile, this linoleum that I am using in the kitchen and the bathroom, is so ugly, but it's so perfect. I really, really like it. My grandpa on my dad's side, when I was growing up, his house had this tile in it, and I always just... It was really interesting to see it in The Sims 4. When I first got The Sims 4, I saw it and I was immediately like, this was Jaji's! So that was fun. Anyway, just adding a table here. I always associate round tables like this with grandparents because my grandma always had a big round table in her kitchen. She actually had these same chairs at the table too, but they were brown. They're not yellow, but I liked the pop of yellow in here. And then I'm working on some cabinetry here in the kitchen and getting all the appliances. And we're going to be cluttering it up plenty. You'll also see, I don't think I show a lot of it because it took me forever to decide where I wanted to put everything. But there's going to be a lot of cracks and tears and scratches and stuff on the walls because, like I said, I wanted this to be a little bit of an old home where they didn't fix things up over time. It's just very well loved and lived in. So you'll see some of those just popping up randomly throughout this. Oh, I also put that little dish on top of the fireplace. I was thinking one of the kids probably painted that and the grandparents wanted to have it on display. I just love things like that. It's really cute to have those little items to reminisce about. I know yesterday, because this is currently the day after Christmas, happy belated holidays to everyone, or whatever holidays you celebrate, happy holidays. When I was at my grandma's yesterday for Christmas, she went up to the Christmas tree and she kept taking ornaments off and explaining them. She has a macaroni ornament that my uncle made 50 years ago, still hanging on the tree, things they made in kindergarten, and it's just really cute. It made me really happy, and so I really like adding touches like that throughout homes because they're silly little things, maybe you painted a plate or made an ornament out of popsicle sticks, but they're really special to the people in your family, so having those things around in family homes like this I thought was really nice. Anyway, there's some mail by the front door. I know I have a giant pile of mail by my front door. It's just something you never want to go through. All the junk mail, all the newspapers. I'm just yeah, I'll just throw it over there. And then suddenly there's so much that it's overwhelming. But I thought that would be a nice realistic touch to put here. I also have a book bag by the front door, some shoes, a place to hang up your coats. I'm going to be getting a mirror over here as well as a height chart. I really like adding these even though I didn't have one growing up. I do think they're really cute, and I could imagine them just ticking off how tall the kids are. And then I'm just getting some more clutter over here. We got some boxes, adding some stuff to the table. I believe we get a teapot and an open journal and some pots and pans and stuff that hadn't been put away. I just think it looked really cute. Oh, and I'm also going to be getting some portraits on the walls. This is a portrait that used to only have one swatch on it. I think a lot of people called it Jerry. But it has a couple of other swatches now of different Sims. So I put a couple of those here on the wall thinking maybe those were the grandparents. I just thought it was cute. And then we're moving on into the bathroom using that same beautiful tile from the kitchen. So pretty. And a base game tub shower. Shower tub combo. I'm never going to be able to say that properly, which is why on my streams, I just call it a shub. It's combo of shower and tub. It's easier. My brain just scrambles those words really badly. So there's one of those in here, toilet, sink. I think that this sink from, I think the Country Kitchen kit worked nicely in here and just got some decorations around, some towels, some extra clutter, and a little bath mat. And that's it for that bathroom. And we'll be heading on into the bedrooms. So this is the primary. It's very brown. It's very brown and beige. If you don't like brown and beige, you're probably not going to like this room. Also green. I thought that this base game bed paired nicely with these curtains from Cats and Dogs. And then I used base game like side tables and dressers and such. And just decorated around it. We end up having some lamps on the bedside tables, this plant over in the corner, and just like a couple pieces of clutter. Although I did put quite a few things on the dresser in here, so there's like some lotions and stuff. I also have a couple of knitting things around. I thought it would be cute if the grandparents liked to knit. I know my grandma liked to knit, although I don't think she finished things very often. I remember like my whole life her being like, oh, this is the blanket I started for your cousin when they were gonna be born. I wanted it to be a blanket for when they were born, and I never finished it. And I still don't think she has, which I think is so incredibly cute. I love my grandma so much. But she taught me how to knit when I was a little kid, so, you know. Anyway, there's just some knitting stuff around in here. And it's just very brown. But I think it looks cozy. I really like how this room came out. It's getting a couple more plants. And I think like full-length mirror by the door, and that should be most of what's in here. Oh, I also add a bookcase as well. And these little cards, I thought the kids could have made those little like cutesy cards, and they put them on display in here as like special little things. Like I said, all those cute, memorable things that you might not think anything of that maybe people in your family really cherish. Anyway, this is the kids' room. I changed the carpet to pink once again as a nod to my grandma, because in the house that she had when I was growing up and had lived in for very, very many years, all of the carpets were beige except for the spare bedroom that me and my sister stayed in when we were little, and it had this pink carpet that was this color. So I just thought that that would be fun and inspire a fun color scheme in this room. So I'm just cluttering this up with all sorts of toys and crafts and things the kids might like, but also some dressers and stuff. Here's some more of those tears and scratches and cracks and stuff in the wall. A very well-used space, and I think this would be a really fun house to play in. I hope you all enjoy it. By the way, if you ever play in any of my houses, I would absolutely adore to see screenshots. You playing in the houses, renovating the houses, any of that sort of stuff. Please tag me on Twitter. I would love to see it. I'm Miss Gryphi over there, and I don't know. It's special. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.